Okay, we're gonna put the petals on our sweet little center that we've already made. Now, you know that your center is a lot longer, so just be sure that it is, I kind of like it taped up, even like I think I'm going to tape it up a little bit higher. I'm going to just go to right below the fringe and tape it up so that so that it's kind of a natural starting place for the petals to be connected to. So I'm just going to take my tape and try and wrap it. I'm gonna wrap, and you know, just to try to make it nice and secure, because sometimes what happens is this middle starts to twist when you're putting on your other petals. Okay, so you have your little packets. You should have 3 because I should have counted them out. There should be about 12 sheets of tissue paper, and so you'll need at least 3. Actually, you'll need 4. Oh no, you'll need 3 for 9 petals, because that's how many petals we need, just 9. And you just cut along the outline, and it's not precious. I do think they work better if you can get you don't have too many jagged bits. Like that's a jagged bit. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little bit of a jagged bit there, and I could just try and cut over it. And then we will just cut around that line. You see how those are a little bit square? I'm just gonna try and cut them off. I'm gonna try and round them a little bit. Not a big deal. This isn't gonna affect the shape a lot to have those square. Okay, and so now we need to shape them. So this top part's just recycle. You need 4 petals, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of tissue paper. You're gonna stack them together, and then you're gonna just really minutely fan them out. Can you see that? Just 1/8 to 1/16 of an inch, tiny bit. Okay, now we're gonna put a dart at the bottom. I pinch it up and fold it over. And then we let this crease, we need this crease to stop somewhere in this middle top range. Okay, so now we've got, it helps the petal have more of a rounded shape. Okay, and I'm going to actually do a couple more accordion folds on the ends and pinch it together. And there you go. There's your nice little cupped petal. Don't worry, I have enough to do 2 more for you here. Okay, so again, 4 pieces of tissue paper. I'm gonna fan them out just, my hands have that tape stuff on them. It's kind of nice to make your petals first before you even start using the tape, because your hands will get wax on them from using the tape. So if you do your paper folding first, then you won't have to worry about it sticking to your hands and not doing what you want it to do. Okay, pinch, lay it down. I pull it out a little bit, and I try and stop the dart right there. And then I am going to kind of accordion these edges that are left. So that I get a nice little cupped petal. Okay, one more. Going to accordion. Try and line them up at the top. Okay, dart, pinch, fold over. I kind of put my thumb here because this is where the petal's gonna gonna go in, and then accordion the edges at the base petal. Okay. Excuse me again. Now what I'm going to do is cut 9 pieces of tape, this floral tape. Actually, I'm going to do like 10 or 11 because I might want to just do a reinforcement taping at any point. Okay, so we're just going to, so here's my petal, here's my center. I'm going to put the center at about the middle of the petal. See, there's a good deal of, can you see how much petal is sticking up above the center? And your center might be a lot fuller than this one, and that's okay. It's just gonna look like a more open flower. It's okay if we have, there's diversity in nature, so it's okay if we have diversity in these copies of nature, even the ones with the gold and white centers. Okay, so there's one. And you don't have to put these on in any kind of ordered or concentric way. You can just kind of put them on however you want. This flower doesn't have as strict rules. Sometimes you'll need to do them in a very systematic way around the center, but this one is not one for which you need to do it that way. Can you still see? Sometimes having to film this can be a little hard for me because I have to keep my arms at a certain length from my body for you to be able to see what I'm doing, and that's not always the most natural way for me to do the work, but it's okay. So we've got 3 petals on there, and there's our little center inside. It looks so sweet. This one's obviously gonna be a tight one. It's gonna be a little bit closed. I'll show you something that you can do at the end if you want to change that, if you want to play around with changing that. So hold the petal in place, wrap it with the floral tape. Remember, pull and wrap to kind of get it to stick nicely. And I don't know if you can see what I often do is the tape that I've laid down before, I'm loosening kind of when I wrap these petals on, and so I'm just gonna go back periodically and try and tighten them up. We'll wrap it one last time for a final tight look, okay? Okay. So I guess you can see I kind of hold it in place. I do one wrap, and then I kind of put it in. There's like, this seems to be my preferred way of holding it. So I'm holding it with these 2 fingers, and then I'm wrapping and pulling and twisting, and it kind of likes it when I slide my finger over the top of it like that. It seems to be set nicely when I do that. Okay, don't worry, we have plenty more petals to go. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna hold, my left hand is a fairly strong hand. I'm a lefty, so I'm holding it with my left hand, and I'm using my right hand. I'm kind of tucking it in my finger, wrapping it around one time, and then I'm kind of switching positions, aren't I? And then wrapping again until I'm at the end of my piece of tape. Kind of resecuring everything that's gone before. Okay. I'm not paying any kind of attention to where I'm putting these petals, but they seem to be, it's fine. I'm not putting them all on one side, obviously. Okay. One wrap, and then I change positions. And then I wrap here. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to take my own advice and try and do this the same way. So I'm holding this with my left hand, I'm wrapping it round once, and then I'm switching hands and kind of holding this in place. Oh, see how I'm kind of losing these ones that came before? I'm going to try and secure those before I put some more down. Okay. And then I'm going to just kind of wrap and smooth on down till my tape, little piece of tape is finished. Okay, so this is my 9th petal. Where shall I put it? I'll put it here. I'll put it here. So that piece of tape was really small. Okay. Okay, so there's something here that's kind of bugs me, and I'll show you. See how there's this big change in where the tape is, like the tape's way up here and then it's way down here, and you can see that? I would prefer that we wrap it one more time to kind of to get rid of that. So like a final one tape. And I don't know if you're noticing, but the farther I kind of choke up on the flower, the more it wants to open, which is great. I think I don't think it's bad that it looks so tight, but I think they're a little, obviously they're bigger, maybe a little bit more impressive when they're open. Okay, here we go. I kind of tore my tape on that one. It's gonna happen. And then I'm going to wrap this all the way down and hopefully secure this for good. Ta-da! What do you think? So one of the things you can do is you can kind of push these petals out. To give it a more open look. Ooh, do you see what happened? The middle kind of popped out. That's okay, I just pushed it right back in. These flowers aren't made to be handled a lot once they're in the center pieces, so that's okay. So there's our little flower. Aww, good job guys. Let me know if you need help. Okay.